gold, the classics.
Hitting you with that boom bap hip hop flavor. You heard? Today's official DJ, the Golden Child, taking you all the way back in the day. Keeping it grown and sexy for the ladies.
Hey.
Turn down for what? You know who it is. Ooh, it's about to get hot in here. The Hypest Mix Show is on your radio. Hip hop and R&B.
When I got, hey, ain't no woman like the one I got. We back, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, streaming everywhere. Hey, come on, yeah. And at the end of the day, she gives the best of her love. She always knows what to say. I place nobody above her. And loving her's my mission. Yeah. After all this time, I stay right. It gets better, y'all. It does. Phantoms, but ain't no woman like the one I got. You can have roses and trophies. Ain't no woman like the one I got. Hey. Ain't no woman like the one I got. That's an old school song, by the way, for all the millennials, Gen Z people that don't know about this song. Hey. Off of my feet now. Wednesday Night Live, y'all. Phantoms, but ain't no woman like the one I got. Hey. Ain't no woman like the one I got. Hey. Ain't no woman like the one I got. Everything. Ain't no woman like the one I got. Hey. Come on, Uncle Charlie. Ain't no woman like the one I got. Hey. Ain't no woman like the one I got. Hey. Ain't no woman like the one. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. You know. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wednesday Night Live. I'm your host, K.L.P. Kennedy Lucas, y'all. We ready? Oh, we ready? We ready? T, we ready. Y'all, welcome. Let me tell y'all, I've had an extraordinary, and I do mean this. Let me fix my mic up. There we go. So that way y'all can hear me correctly. I've had an extremely well couple of days, and I've been thinking about this live stream for the last few days. I've been thinking about the live stream, getting it together, getting things ready. So thank y'all for, first of all, staying tuned. Now, I did this live stream. It was Monday Night Live is what I did last week, T. But it's Wednesday. It's hump day. And it's one of those times where, you know, we have time to come into the studio after the crazy few days that K.L.P Entertainment and K.L.P Photography has been having. That's going to be a segment of the show coming up next. But thank you guys for staying tuned and tuning in for what's going to be an awesome slam dunk of a stream/recording. Thanks to y'all. Yes, you guys, you made it happen. Y'all made it happen. So, of course, like I said last week, we streamed on Instagram and LinkedIn. I'm happy to say that we're doing that same thing again with LinkedIn, Instagram, and, ladies and gentlemen, we're also streaming on Facebook as well. Yes, we do it. So we streaming not on one, not two, but we streaming on 3 streaming channels, of course. And then on the audio platforms, you guys are going to have it to where you can listen to it on demand later on today. Very, very excited for that. Thank y'all for staying tuned. And that's why I'm looking everywhere because I got like two cameras running. Because I have the 4K camera that is streaming on my Instagram and my Facebook. And then the secondary camera is streaming on LinkedIn. I kind of had to get a little creative with the streaming channels because it's hard to stream a lot of channels on one software, right? The computer, the cameras, they take a little bit more pressure to do all of it in one. So I had to kind of diversify and separate the streams itself. But I'm very, very excited for that. Hopefully, first of all, hopefully you guys can hear me correctly on you guys, the viewers. And now we got a slam dunk of a podcast, so I will not waste no time. So I have to get out my trusty, not even trusty dusty, but handy dandy phone here because I had to write down quite a few topics that we're going to talk about here on the stream. But before we get to that, of course, I've got my sponsors. I got to get them read and on the stream. The first sponsor goes out to ProMed Consulting. Shout out to ProMed Consulting. Not only did I work for them as the media relations. Of course, if you or a loved one, they're looking to find a solution for their wounds and their wounds will not heal, contact us today, promedconsulting.com. We're everywhere on LinkedIn as well. And I've been posting some things about ProMed Consulting as well. So if you're looking for someone if you know somebody who has wounds that are just having some tough times for those wounds to heal, go shout out us, ProMed Consulting. We specialize in wound care and to get your wound care needs as well. And of course, my second sponsor, again, this is an in-house sponsor, y'all. The second sponsor and shout out goes to Kennedy Lucas Films. You guys can watch our latest Kennedy Lucas Films, of course. Eden Prime, it's not titled Eden Prime 2, but Eden Prime code name Atlas is out, y'all. It's out. It's out. It's out. So you guys can take a look at it, take a gander at it, of course. It is out. Eden Prime, codename Atlas, is out right now on Prime Video. That is the sequel to Eden Prime, the first movie that we did about 2 years ago now. And now we are excited to say and to announce that codename Atlas, the second one, the sequel, is now out on Prime Video. So excited for that. That movie, we worked so hard on that one. And, to see the story of Ava Lockhart and trying to find her trials and tribulations and trying to figure out what happened, what was the truth about her father and brother getting murdered in the first movie. You got to see the first movie before you see the second movie because, again, I always say if you see a sequel without seeing the first one, you're going to get a little lost. Right? You're going to get a little lost. You don't know what to do. You're going to get a little lost. So I recommend you guys watching the first one first. But if you want to know the story that continues on with Ava and Francis Green and a new foe is in this movie, you just got to watch it. It's available right now on Prime Video. So those are the shout outs. Those are the sponsors. All right. So now we got to check in a little bit. And when I say check in, I'm going to sit here and say a lot of people have been saying this a lot lately. Summer got out of here quick. August got up and left like August had somewhere else to be, right? August came and went. I woke up this morning and I went to the gym, obviously, and I got a gym segment too. We got a juicy conversation, good juicy conversations on the stream. But I got up this morning and I stepped outside and to notice that the weather has changed for the better. Right. The weather has changed for the better. The weather felt cooler today. Right. I stepped outside and I looked around. The wind was blowing. Right. We got some decor in our front yard there. My decor kind of blew everywhere. I was like, hold on. Is that air I feel? Is that wind I feel? Is it fall time? Is it cuffing season? Is it hoodie season? Is it jogger season? What season is this? Because the weather was just so nice today. I drove by, of course, when I go to the gym, shout out to Crunch in Snellville. I got stories about that one. So then when I going to the gym I have to pass by one of our neighborhood parks and everybody was just out and about walking, getting their exercise in. I'm like, whew, finally fall is coming. Fall is coming. Now, hopefully fall doesn't get up and leave as if it has somewhere to be, because let me tell y'all a little secret about me. My favorite season is fall. I love the fall season. I love how it's not too hot but not too cold. I like to wear my turtlenecks and my nice little outfits when I go out, and just to be really comfortable. I'm not hot wearing this kind of stuff. So I get very, very indulged into it. I'm super stoked about fall season. Now, winter kind of gets me too. Winter's not bad, but I kind of feel like fall is my favorite because it's just you getting ready for the holiday season, number one, and then you get very excited because it is that time of the year where it's getting cooler. Holiday season, Thanksgiving is coming around, Halloween is coming around. Before you know it, Christmas will be here. Christmas is going to be next week, right? And it's an over exaggeration, but it goes to show you that 2024. I don't know. 2024 feels like it got somewhere to be, right? I feel like this year has gone by very, very fast, in my opinion. I might be a little different. I might be completely different in this game when it comes down to it, but I got a feeling that I got a feeling that fall is going to be one of those great time of the year. It's going to be coming by really quick. I see the kiddos are going back to school again. I woke up this morning. I saw the school bus left and right. Everybody, the kiddos are going back to grade school. A lot of I wouldn't say adult like kids. They're going back to college. Classes have started, and I don't know. It's very interesting. It's very interesting to see. I say it's very interesting to see, especially when kids are going to, because my house, we live in a neighborhood. So when you get up in the morning and then my neighbor has kids, I don't think my neighbor to my right has kids, but my neighbor to my left, they have kids. And to see them walking to the bus post, it kind of reminded me of my childhood a little bit, because I remember I rode the bus in grade school, elementary, middle school, and a little bit of high school before I learned how to drive and got my own car. And, we can drive to school. But it was one of those things that it kind of reminds me of that. Like, hey, I used to be in those shoes. I used to do that. Right. So I don't know. It's very interesting for me to see that happen. And then the kiddos are going in there and they're going to school and they look tired. They're like, dang, summertime is over with. I wonder, though. Do certain school districts do like 4 days in school and then like 1 day a virtual day? You remember those times, y'all, when after COVID, schools wasn't really indulged with trying to go back to actual school. So everybody had to learn virtually. And then now it became asynchronous, and then everybody start cheating and doing their thing. But then I wondered, in today's society, do you see it to where people go to school quite a few days, and then the rest of the week they eat, they learn online, and they do their thing? They used to be a thing, y'all, in Atlanta, but I don't know if they do that now. I have no idea. But shout out to fall season for sure. Fall season is here. I cannot wait. Let me get a little comfortable. Yeah, there you go. I had to stretch make sure I stretch my knees out, T, because the last 3 days I've been working out. I've been working out hard. We'll get to that in a minute. Now, we got to talk about where I've been the last few days. The last few days have been very, 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 very interesting. I've had a great few days. The past weekend has been great. First and foremost, I got to give a shout out to the I Am Streetwear fashion team. Hold on. Let's get that going. Yes. I Am Streetwear fashion team. It's DC Rock. It's Remy. It's Brielle. I'm sure I'm missing somebody else. So the last few days, and you guys can see it on my Instagram. You guys can see it on K.L.P Photography's Instagram. You can see it on K.L.P Photography's Facebook page. Now, I was very, very excited to be a part of a fashion show, right? Fashion shows, you guys see my documentaries, which is also on Prime, by the way. I've done a lot of quite a few fashion shows. I've been to quite a few fashion shows in my lifetime so far. And this one was very special because this one was the one that I was able to do a live stream. Now, I've never live streamed a show of 3 hours before. Um, I'm blessed that K.L.P Entertainment, where our business is at a great state, where we're investing in a lot of equipment and studio space and our toys, bells and whistles, and the production and distribution. Right, we're making a great stride with that now. This team came to me where I came to them because they were offering photographers, videographers to come and get a free pass to do some media work. So of course I did that, and I went to the team and I said, hey, would it be cool if you stream this? Right? Something I've never done before, streaming a show of this caliber. And I said, hey, BC, why don't you stream this show? Right? Because you might have people who physically can't come because it was Saturday night. So some people probably was working. Some people was probably out of town. Right? Why not stream the show? So they liked the idea. And we went to this meet and greet. You can see the photos of the meet and greet. I met so many wonderful, wonderful, talented people. Like a lot of people came to this meet and greet wanting to meet one another and to really know each other, to really know each other's craft, and to say, hey, we in this for a long time. We've been doing this fashion thing for a while, right? So I get so excited when I see creatives that who are photographers. I met 3 photographers at this meet and greet, and what was funny, I have a Canon. I have the Canon EOS Rebel T7, and the other photographers, they were rocking their Canon camera. So everybody had a Canon camera. That was pretty cool, in my opinion. And to the fact that we're taking pictures of people and to really get to know them, taking their picture, and wow, that was a vibe. You guys saw it on Instagram. I stepped outside. That was a vibe. So then a few days later was the fashion show. And I set up the stream kit. We call it a stream kit here in the office. I set up the stream kit. I set up my photography, and it was wonders, right? Everybody came down to the show. I know my mom came to the show to support my brother. They were in the show as well. Very, very awesome to see all of the models in their outfits, and they're rocking the models. There was no hiccups about the show, and everybody tuned into the stream, right? Everybody who are not physically there tuned into the stream to watch. I think some of the models got to watch the stream in the back as they were getting ready to step onto the stream. Very, very impactful with that. And I don't know. I feel very, very happy that I'm able to service my great community, right? It's hard sometimes when you're trying to service when you're trying to service a community and you want to give it your all, and then sometimes when some things doesn't go right, you get kind of sad about it, T. But no hiccups. First off, we had good internet. Of course, internet, sometimes when you stream something, sometimes it jumps and skips. That's normal. That there's no perfect internet in this world, right? But to the fact that people tune in, we have over 100 views on that video right now because, again, we streamed it to YouTube, T. And after we got done streaming it to YouTube, then we're able to upload it for on demand. So every time you you can keep watching it over and over and over as many times as you want, right? And I was able to get back into the limelight of my photography game. Right. I forgot how much, and I still do photography, obviously, but I haven't been in the photography scale of this caliber yet because, a lot of people haven't been having projects before this. Right. And I got into my photography bag, and my photography bag was amazing because I was in a good spot. Number one, they had the overhead lighting. The models are coming towards me, and I'm taking the pictures. And the one thing that I try to do when it comes down to my photography style, my game, my industry, my photography style, I get indulged with it when I'm able to give great quality photos, first off and foremost. It's a good thing for me because I'm uploading them to Instagram and my website and Facebook, but to see that models really appreciate that kind of thing. And models really want to see my style, really want to see what I've captured of the set model, and they're DMing me like, "Hey, you were the guy that took the pictures. Can we have the photos?" And I'm one of those photographers where if I did a show like that, you best believe the next day I'm gonna make sure all the models get the photos, right? If it's a morning show, which is rare that a fashion show happens in the morning, but let's say if a morning show, fashion show happens, you're gonna get it at night. In this case, this was a early, sort of early afternoon show. I got home, I ordered me some Chinese food, I took a shower, I rested, and then I went through the photos and said, "Hey, I'll send everybody the photos tomorrow." Like the next following day. The next day, I'm over there and I'm making sure that every model gets their photos, right? And I think a lot of photographers have to understand that you have to continue on that train, that you got to make sure that you give your models the photos that they work so hard on, right? Because I've messed up. Well, not me, but I've seen it to where I've been to quite a few fashion shows, and photographers are there. Some photographers have bigger cameras and have all this the upscale cameras that probably cost them $4,000. They're taking the pictures, they're acting hot shit. But then when it's time to deliver the photos to the models, they don't do it. They go ghost on everybody. So I'm trying to break that barrier when it comes down to it. You shouldn't have to break that barrier when it comes down. You should need to break that barrier to where you got to make sure that you're retrieving and giving models the photos, right? These models were amazing. They looked very well. I've told every model that I've DM'd about the photos. I said, "Hey, you did amazing. I was blown away by your work. You did phenomenal. You know, you look pretty in this dress," or "Dude, my guy, you look very handsome and dapper in this outfit," right? I like to give models that credit because let me tell you, some models, when I tell that to, it's not a flirty thing. I'm not trying to flirt with them, although they were cute, but I'm not trying to flirt with them. I just wanted you to know you did good. If anybody didn't tell you, you did good. And it's a words of affirmation because I'm that type of person, T, where I like words of affirmation. If you're able to give me words of affirmation, then you're winning, right? You're winning in my book. You're winning in my book if you're able to portray and get words of affirmation. That may not be everybody's love language, guys, but that is my love language. Words of affirmation. "Hey, you did an awesome job." One model gave me that words of affirmation. She said, "Hey, thank you for the photos. You did a wonderful job. We're glad that you streamed it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you." You know how much excitement that gave me? It gave me so much excitement because I felt valued, right? And it felt good because I felt valued for, I want to say, the second time this year. Because we all know, I've been talking about it all over Twitter, all over podcasting and stuff. I had a rough year, right? I had a rough year at the beginning of it. And now that we're starting to wind down 2024, by the way, we're going to be live streaming. I want to say sometime in December, we're going to do a 2024 wrap up podcast stream. And I'm going to tell you guys about the whole year because I had a crazy year. But at the beginning of the year, I had a rough year, right? Leaving a job. I had to, forcefully, unfairly resign because of a situation, and I didn't felt valued. I didn't felt words of affirmation. I didn't felt appreciated by certain peers at the last job. And then, going to this fashion show, and now people say, "Hey, I appreciate you. I love what you did here. Thank you for capturing me in your photos. You did amazing, guy." One person asked, "Hey, what kind of camera did you use? Because I want to buy the same camera," right? Words of affirmation means a lot to me. And I was able to get that from the models, right? I was able to really enjoy and get that from the models. Of course, all the models that I messaged out, I followed them on Instagram. They followed me on Instagram, and I said, "Hey, let's keep in touch. If you need a photographer for a shoot, let me know. I'm your guy." I told the team that did the fashion show, "Hey, if you guys do more shows in the future and if you want to stream it again, please let me know. I have the tools and the investments to make it happen. You just got to let me know." But like I say, the fashion show was great. I went to the Saturday show. And I'm sad because I didn't quite go to the second. They had a 2-day event and I couldn't go to the Sunday show, but I went to the Saturday show and I was working. Man, I was working. But it was really, really good. It's very impactful. I don't know. I really enjoyed it, T. I really enjoyed doing the fashion. So for anybody out there who does fashion shows here in Atlanta and you need a stream guy or you need a photographer, K.L.P Photography and K.L.P Entertainment is your best solution, especially when it comes to the stream. Let me tell you, because little specs here, and I'm a nerd. All right, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. People who's watching right now, I'm a complete utter nerd when it comes down to cameras, equipment, video games, whatever. We streamed this fashion show at the rate of 4K resolution. Bonkers. Bonkers to me because I've never done something like this. Now, this was a 3-hour event. It went smooth and it all processed it in 4K edition, where it's 4K. People can watch it on their phones in 4K. If your phone enabled, now if you got the old Android, you probably won't be able to. But everybody got the newest iPhone, so you're able to watch this stream in the 4K resolution that you need. And if you watch it on demand and set the settings to 4K, you're able to watch it in 4K. Bonkers to me. So shout out to I Am Streetwear. I know. I gotta say shout out to all the models. I can't put every model on like a shout out because there's a lot of models that I'll follow and it's gonna take us too much time. Shout out to all the designers, and shout out to all the other models there. All the other artists and performers that was there at day 2. I saw it via on Instagram and it looked like it did really really well. But man, that was a great show. I really enjoyed it. You guys can follow our photography page, by the way. Follow us there at K.L.P Photography. It's going to be there as well. So that way you guys can see my photography and see the captures that we got on that as well. So that was a great show. I really enjoy it. And I say this because it's very special to them because I get it, right? I get that people have to spend a lot of money to do a show. I really got to thinking, you really have to spend a lot. Like the team, I don't know what BC was telling me how much he spent on the show because he was the founder of Streetwear Fashion here in Atlanta, the whole theme. And you got to book a venue, right? You got to book food, right? You got to book a time slot. You got to book electricity if you had it. He had to provide me with his YouTube login, which that's free, but Wi-Fi, right? You know, we don't know if the building had Wi-Fi. He used his hotspot, right? There's a lot of things that go into making a show. And so I appreciate being involved in something like that because investing time, money, energy. My brother, they were in the show, and every Sunday they would go, and it was in Atlanta, right? It was in downtown Atlanta. And it was very interesting about that because it was downtown Atlanta. It was Saturday. It was quite a few things going on. It was Dragon Con going on. It was hype for Georgia Tech versus Georgia State. And then it was UGA versus Clemson, right? And then there was something else going on there in Atlanta too, plus our show. So luckily we didn't dabble too much into traffic, but it was a lot going on downtown Atlanta Saturday night. But we able to make it happen and to do our thing. So I appreciate being a part of something that's gonna take a lot of money, time, energy, and investments, right? And you know, to see that I made so many more friends out of that, it's amazing, y'all. It really is amazing. So again, shout out to them. Like I said, our stream was brought to you by ProMed Consulting, and we're going to be plugging this up a lot, T. But the latest movie from Kennedy Lucas Films and K.L.P Entertainment, that is Eden Prime, code name Atlas, is available right now on streaming and Amazon Prime Video. That is our 7th movie on Prime Video. Very, very excited for that movie because that is the sequel to the first movie, Eden Prime, and following the stories of Ava Lockhart as she tries to embark to find out what really happened, how her murder of her brother and her father happens. And then there's a new foe that comes on screen with Eden Prime, code name Atlas, of course, directed by yours truly, me, Kennedy Lucas Patterson. Check it out on Prime. All right, so this next segment goes out to my friend Tiffany. Now, if you guys don't know about Tiffany tuned into the streams before. She's a good friend of mine. And Tiff, Love you, baby. But I gotta put you out on. I'm not putting her out on blast, but I now to the audience to previous this, I did ask her to see if we can talk about this first before we put it on our docket. She said, "Yeah, it's fine. I think it's funny, it's interesting, and it's juicy, right?" So Tiffany is a friend of mine that I've been trying to get her to come to the gym a lot. Right. I've been trying to persuade her to come to the gym. Now, shout out to Crunch Snellville in Snellville, Georgia. I go to the Crunch Fitness in Snellville because no sponsor, but hey, y'all, hey, all y'all, the people that run the social media, y'all trying to sponsor me. Diana, I'm talking to you. I know she run that. Sponsor us, free promo. But I go to the Crunch in Snellville. Love it. You guys saw it on my Instagram, the videos and the workout videos that we were able to do. As you can see, my gains are they're pretty good. I'm working out pretty well. I look pretty good because I'm looking at myself in the camera. I look really, really well. So I told Tiffany that, hey, I'd come to Crunch, right? She was like, hey, what do you do? How do you work out? What's your secret? I'm trying to tone up a little. Come to Crunch because you're going to enjoy it. I enjoy going to the gym every time I go because it's listening to music. It's me working out. It's me doing a lot of great things at the gym. I love it. So I'm working out. And she says, hey, yo, Kennedy, I'm parking the car. I'm here. I'm like, oh, she's coming. Okay, I see, because I knew she was going to tell me that she was going to come with me one day. I just never thought it'd be that soon, right? So I said, okay, lit, I'm here. I'm here for the next 2 hours, right? Come on in. I'll check you in. I have the subscription to where, I can check in a friend for free. So I was like, hey, I can do day pass. I got you. Now, I want to preface this to say I'm not a pervert, I guess. I don't know if that's the word. I'm not crazy with it, but it's so interesting, right? And I have to be careful because I am streaming this podcast and this episode today on LinkedIn as well. That's my business. The LinkedIn is for business people, but hey, I make monetization from LinkedIn, so I got to. I want to preface this to say I'm not a freak, right? When I posted my workout video yesterday, I said my peace and my serenity. It's very important about my peace and serenity because I feel, in my opinion, that I'm okay with just working out and being fit and working, taking care of myself and being single, right? A lot of people go to the gym to find somebody that they might like. A lot of people bulk up and do all these things to impress a girl or a man or whoever, right? I'm the type of person at the gym because I've seen them on Facebook and TikTok. I want to preface this and say, when I'm working out, I see a girl that ladies, y'all know what y'all be doing, right? Ladies know what y'all be doing. Y'all be wearing the tank top, crop top, the leggings bottoms, and you fit. You know what you're doing. I get it. But if I'm working out, doing my workout, and you coming right in front of me, I'm going to turn around because you're not going to catch me trying to expose me and say, hey, oh, he's looking at me. He's a creeper, right? I want to preface that. But there are quite a few ladies that I don't know their names, right? Because when I'm in the gym, I'm listening to music. It's not really a meeting spot to meet people. Like, I meet people, yes, right? I met one lady that was, or what lady, but young lady. Shout out to her. Shout out to Sabina. I met Sabina. Sabina is a new trainer at Crunch Snellville. She was very nice. She scared the living crap out of me, though, guys, because I guess I was bending down to get my phone or something, and she goes like this. It's trying to get me a fist bump, but I didn't see it. I thought somebody was trying to punch me. So I kind of jerked up and got a fighting pose because I didn't know. And it was Sabina. It's like, oh, I'm just trying to bump you. Like, hey, you kind of scared me there. I'm sorry. What's up? And then she introduced herself. I said, oh, I'm Kennedy, by the way. And I was like, hey, are you new? Because I haven't seen you around. And, she was very, very nice. So I meet new people, new trainers that come in. They're nice. But when it comes to the gym goers, I don't primarily go for just to meet people. I listen to music, I do my thing, I leave. Right? I kind of do what I do. Um, so there's quite a few ladies that comes to the gym, and I know what they look like, who they look like. I just don't know their name. In my case, it'd be ladies that are there that look very cute. That's my type. That like, dang, like every time they come in, I might want to work out a little harder. Not to impress the ladies so much, but like sometimes I kind of catch myself like, oh, let me add more weight to this, right? Just to kind of show off a little, right? Guys, we do that, right? That's just girls and guys at the gym. But we all do that, right? When you see somebody that you might like that might be of interest to you, you might want to work out a little harder. That is so true. So I'm over there, you know, working out, and four ladies that come to the gym on a regular that I've seen and I know that kind of what ladies do, those four ladies do, they kind of look my way, but they don't say anything. They kind of, give that cutesy little look, but then look away, just kind of give me curious, kind of tease me. It's kind of like a tease, right? One girl does it to where when I'm working out, she comes over to the mirror space and then she has to, she does this number here. She turns around, look at her butt and looks in the mirror and just kind of flex her butt a little bit. Women, y'all know what y'all doing. Can't say you don't. You do. So on the norm, they look my way, but I don't think nothing of it. But boy, when I tell you, when Tiffany came, shout out to Tiffany, my friend, she came to the gym. Tiffany came, I checked her in. I was working out with her. Obviously, she's my guest. I'm going to make sure that she's working out. I'm going to make jokes when she's lifting, trying to lift her weight and she can't do it. I make jokes because I'm just messing with her, right? We kiki and around in the gym and we working out. And let me tell you what happened. A lot of the ladies that would peep my way on the norm, but don't give me no never mind. For some strange reason, they paid close attention to me, right? To where they made it almost obvious, y'all. One girl, she was, cute little white girl, cute. She blonde. She's fit now. She's a little shorter than me. She fit. I stare at her. She stare at me. Well, not stare. We look at each other, eye contact, but we pay no never mind. Like, damn, like you're so cute. I want to get to know you, but I don't think I'm your type. I think I may not be in your league. Whatever. I move on. Tell me why when Tiffany came to the gym and the first thing we did was free weights. I did the little weights on the rod and I was going like this. And Tiffany, I think she had got a 12-pound, and she was doing her thing, and she was stretching and doing her thing. Why, little Miss White Girl comes over, plops her behind right next to us, not from across the room. I'm talking, she was so close. It felt like she was our friend, and she's working out with us as well. That's how close she was. And she's stretching, and she's doing this number here. And then she's bending down the stretch. And then she looked back at me. And then she stretches again. And then she gets up, does this number here. She looks back at me again. And I'm over here like, why is she staring at me? I mean, because I'm looking all over the place but her, right? Because again, I don't want to come off as a creeper, right? So I'm gonna look way over here. Oh, look at that. They added a new machine, And then she lays down to do, I guess, another type of stretch or another type of exercise. And she's looking at me hard, y'all. And I'm kicking with Tiffany, right? I'm talking to Tiffany and joking with her and kicking with her as if she was my girlfriend. But she was like, you with her? And I'm like, that's so interesting. So I go over to the tires. They have this tire where it's 180 pounds. So you take the tire, you lift up, and you do your exercise, right? I'm doing that. Tiffany is sort of next to me, but she's doing her own thing. Cause I'm do your own thing, but we together make sure she's doing it right, whatever. Another girl piques my interest. She was with a dude. She was with what looked like her boyfriend. But she stared in my soul. She looked at me like she was curious. Like she was so curious. Like, you with her? Why are you not with me? You know? Like, I kid y'all not. That happened. It happened so much that I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's women. And then there was another thing. We were on the treadmill. Another girl that comes there. And look, I'm not a freak, y'all, but another girl that comes in there that's cute, seen me before, seen me work out a lot at the Crunch Nailville. She's looking over like, you with her? I want you to be with me instead. I don't know what it is. I think it's ladies, and some ladies, I'll preface this to you. Some ladies, I feel like some ladies want somebody who is taken, right? Because when I don't bring Tiffany, when I'm by myself, none of these girls pay me no never mind. But when Tiffany comes to the gym with me, all the girls want to know and want to work out next to us, want to stare in my soul and be like, and I think it is that some women, I'll say, probably want people who are taking. And I told this story to my friend Jacob. Shout out to Jacob. Shout out to Jacob. And he brought up a good point. Men sometimes they bring like they buy a fake wedding ring and they put it on. And then in public spaces, some women are more attractive to men who has this fake wedding ring on, thinking that that guy is married, and they try to pursue him so hard because he's taken, allegedly, right? Because it's a fake wedding ring. And I'm like, should I do that too? Buy a fake wedding ring, wear it, and act like I'm married to see what happens? Because I don't know what it is. I think some women want guys, they want to pursue guys who are taken, who are occupied by somebody else. It is the strangest thing ever to me. I think it was just it was nice to feel the attraction. It was nice to be noticed. But it's so interesting because, again, when I go to the gym by myself, no one pays me no never mind. But when I show up with a young lady, Tiffany, everybody wants to work out with me. They want to stare at my soul. They want to try to talk to me, right? I don't know what it is. It's so weird. It's the weirdest thing, but I liked it. And I told Tiffany, hey, the next time we're going, make sure, let me know when you're going to come, right, to the gym because, and get what, Friday night, we got a gym date. Me, Tiffany, and our friend Sharita. So I'm bringing 2 women. With respect, those are my friends, but I'm bringing 2 women to the gym. So I'm curious to see what is going to happen, right? Like I say, gym is always nice, but that was the story that happened. I don't know what it is, man. It is the strangest thing to me. But it did happen, and it happened for real. So look, it's so funny. It is so funny. When it came down to it. So shout out to Crunch Nailville, by the way. Shout out to Crunch Nailville. But that's true story, y'all. I would not lie to y'all. That is what happened. That is what happened. All right, so the next topic we're going to talk about real quick. Shout out to Travis Malloy. Travis Malloy has this new album getting ready to come out. Thank God, Travis. And I say that respectfully because I'm a huge Travis Malloy fan. So Travis Malloy has this new album coming out next week. Bombshell. It's called Medicine. And I'm very excited about this project because I'm a huge fan of Travis Malloy's music. There's no secret. This year alone, I said at the beginning of the stream, this year has been hard for me. But Travis Malloy, along with other gospel singers, have got me through the year, the last few years, to be honest. And I liked all his albums, but I really hope this one is more of an R&B type of thing. I'm a little skeptical on that because his caption said that he was going through a lot of anxiety and a lot of things with his mental health and whatnot. So he made this album as of that outlook. So I don't know if this is going to be a gospel. I think it might be a mixture between gospel and R&B because he just had a gospel album, the manifestation, right? That came out last December. So I don't think this is going to be another gospel. It might be. I don't know his inner works with that, but I'm very proud for him to still be making music first and foremost. Um, but I can't wait to listen to this album and, of course, talk about it and feature it on the podcast. But um, I really love it. I love to see it, and I hope Travis is well. I hope that he's going through a lot of great things. He's been a lot of great stuff lately. He's been touring. He's been in New York. He's was at the Missy concert, and I'm not a stalker, right? I'm just a huge fan. So shout out to Travis Malloy for sure. Now, I gotta get to, some sort of gossip. I wanted to talk about this next thing, and I might just be ranting, but I feel like I gotta call Dr. Umar out. I do for certain things, right? So I'm gonna preface this and say Dr. Umar, doctor, very well spoken, very well educated black man. So I applaud him. First of all, I applaud him for that. Yes. I just have a different opinion for what he said. So he went on a podcast, y'all. And when he went on that podcast, he said that hip hop did nothing for the black culture. And I got to say, some of the parts, sure, I get one part of it where he says some of the hip hop type music is more like gangster type music. And the thought process is don't have our young men become gangsters and become thugs, right? That part I understand. But I think I have a different take on that when it comes to certain type of the hip hop songs because I love hip hop, number one. I feel, and this is just my opinion, I'm going to preface that too. This is just my opinion. Dr. Umar, he's a doctor, right? So I'm just studying to become a doctor. I don't have my doctorate degree yet. I have 3 more years, right? So I can't compare myself to Dr. Umar because he's became so successful. I think I became successful too, but he's a doctor. I get it. But in my opinion, hip hop for me has got me through a lot of great things, right? I think hip hop, in my opinion, taught me how to hustle, right? How to make money. Hip hop taught me a little bit about how to win in this game. And when I say win in this game, I mean successfulness. I mean hustling. I mean being ambitious, right? Because you think about all the artists who dabble in hip hop, they were very, very, very ambitious with what they got going on. And you think about it, a lot of people, hip hop artists, were told no with a lot of things. And I feel that hip hop to me kind of shows that people are going to tell you no left and right, but you keep going. Right? To certain people, hip hop got them through the trenches. So you cannot, in my opinion, because I kind of felt like sort of Dr. Umar kind of wanting to cancel hip hop and disregard hip hop. I don't think you should, because for a lot of us, black men especially, we go through some things, whether it's physical, whether it's mental. Now, for me, it's more mental than it is physical. But we go through these things, and hip hop is my saving grace. Right? I love the Rick Rosses and the Jay-Z's. You want to know another hip hop artist that got me through? Honestly, Joe Budden got me through. And I know he's a podcaster now, but his music got me through some stuff. Slaughterhouse. Right? So it just kind of, I don't know, it blows my mind when I hear that kind of stuff. And it's like, you think that a lot of people with hip hop, they did nothing for the culture. They do nothing. And let me tell you, some hip hop artists, they give back, right? Some, now I do get it. Some hip hop artists do it because there's a tax write off. Anybody that tells you, hey, we're doing this, we're giving back, there's some sort of benefit, right? But artists out there today, sometimes most artists, some artists don't. I'll give them that. Most artists, they give back to the culture, right? They give back in if it's not money, it's charity. If it's donations, K.L. Mike, for an example, for him, it's sort of money, but he's a black activist, right? So he's serving a certain type of demographic, right? But he's giving us his trenches. His latest album called Michael, 3-time Grammy-winning album, right? Hearing that album, he's been through some stuff, right? He's been through a lot, the trenches, the dirt, trying to figure out this thing, trying to get out the dope game and trying to figure some things out and just learning how to hustle and make money and to be very successful and become an icon, right? And I think that, to me, helps out in my particular take, right? Now, I wouldn't use this as, hey, taught me how to be, part of the dope game, because I'm not in the dope game, obviously. I don't deal with that, right? But parts of hip hop, being successful, taking a product where it's music, right? Turning that music, flipping it, and making money, right? Jay-Z started rapping, selling music as his product, flipped it, getting royalties. Now he becomes billionaire, right? Owning quite a few Rock Nation and studios out there and 40/40 clubs, right? Now he's a billionaire. Jay-Z's at the point where he ain't got to rap no more. I want to see Jay-Z rap some more. I do. But he made it, right? Black billionaire, very thought process with what he has going on. Hey, he ain't even got a streaming network, Tidal, right? So I don't know. It just blows my mind when people out there who say these things. And another part of it, again, with respect with Dr. Umar, are you just saying that for clicks, or do you really feel that way? Because some people on a public platform, they're gonna say anything just to get them clicks up and just say some outrageous things. I don't think hip hop did not. I think hip hop made an impact with a lot of people's lives. And it just I take that kind of thing to heart, because it's one of those things that is so important to me in the form of hip hop. And those are just a few of the artists that I named, but like hip hop got me through a lot of things. And hip hop became very, very integral, in my opinion, right? I listened to this song called Loyalty and Love by Lox, for an example. So that song, teaching you how to be loyal not only within your friends, but also with your family too. In this particular song is mostly like friends, right? Because in my opinion, in the education line, I take that as, you have that great group of people that you work with, the Lox, that's a group with Jadakiss, right? You're working together, you rely on each other, you depend on each other. In their case, this music, right? But isn't it the same thing when you work for a company, right? You have people who are not your immediate family, but you're loyal to them, and you want to make sure that you're working together both on the same project and making sure that you become successful. A lot of companies don't go by that model, but that's sort of my thought process with this, right? When you have it where it was the Lox. They're still friends. They're still making money in music and projects and becoming more viral, in my opinion. I don't know. Don't get it, Dr. Umar. I do not get it. But hey, you said it. And that's just my take on it. I might be a little different. With it. But shout out to all the hip hop artists out there. Shout out to them. Now, we're gonna play a game, y'all. Y'all ready? We're gonna play something real quick. This is the People's Court. No, this is not. This is the theme. So I wanted to add this to the stream tonight just to get kind of an interest when it came down to doing some of the content, some of the stream. And I watch a lot of things on Facebook, right? There's a lot of things on Facebook that I watch, and it's so funny. So I've got 2 videos that I wanted to talk about now. The first video that we're going to play and we're going to react to. This generation, I've said it to many people, this generation in dating is dead. It is. It's dead because there's this thing out there. Everybody's seen it on TikTok and Facebook, T, where people will go on this type of show. They will line up the guys and they will have a balloon, and the girl comes in. When the girl comes in, she can kind of show the attractiveness, and then if they don't like each other, they can pop the balloon. Everybody's seen that, right? So we're gonna play this game. We're gonna do a reaction to this right now. So you guys are gonna be able to hear it. Like there's a video that I'm gonna watch, but I can't really display it, and for copyright reasons too. So let's take a gander. Let's take a gander.
The man that makes as much money as me or more.
Okay.
Exactly.
Nice.
Get the bag.
Now, what are some deal breakers?
So this is
Deal
a lady.
breakers,
This is a girl.
But the fact is, as far as sexual, violent, small penis.
So I don't think this girl is
Deal breaker.
ugly, but
All right, so we
Period.
did get.
she's not the most attractive to me.
We did get a couple
Not my
pop
cup of
balloons.
tea.
That's fine.
Let's go ahead and
They
see
gonna
why
wish
you
they
ended
didn't
up
pop
popping.
it.
All right, your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name's Dante. I'm 25.
And why'd you pop Dante?
Don't get on me internet, bro.
Yeah.
Spots on your stain in your little dress.
I was in the back drunk, so whatever.
Oh yeah, you feel me? I can't
It's
do that.
fine. It's a
Y'all, I'm
$300
telling y'all,
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I'm telling y'all, this
$300
generation in
dress,
dating
my
is
bad, I
dead.
got a little
And
makeup
I
on.
got a segment
This
too.
shows,
I
like,
got something to talk about.
Paying attention to care stuff like that. You feel me? You trying to be presentable, just that, yeah. You feel me?
Respect that.
She pretty.
Gracias.
She pretty.
Now, is he someone that's your type?
No, I'm not going. Where are you from?
From Michigan.
He's from Michigan, and he has a cowboy hat on. No, I can see if you.
Yeah. Again, this young man, he's from Michigan, got a cowboy on. It's probably a style, right? It's probably a style that's in here, but she didn't like it because he's from Michigan. You know, I have some people that's from Michigan.
From Texas or something. I feel like Southern boys wear the cowboy hats. I'm not a big fan of the cowboy hat.
Look at
Y'all
them
are
pops.
so mean.
They got country boys in Michigan.
Anyways, next.
Name
And she
age
walking
why
on,
you
like-
ended up popping your balloon.
My name's Ryan. I'm 26.
Nice
So
to
this
meet
is Ryan from I Love Serve, the YouTube channel. So it was very interesting to see him in this video.
you.
Nice to meet you. And
Shout
I
out to
think
that channel
you just
too,
had
by
an
the way.
unwelcoming demeanor, and that was it.
We know why.
Wow.
I mean, you know, everybody pop their balloon, so I might as well be honest. I mean, I don't want to get into it, but I can understand why you would think I have an unwelcoming demeanor. But you're very handsome.
You're
Ryan. I
tuned
love
into
your
the
dimples,
swanky
but
one,
I'm actually very
new
much a sweetheart.
K.L.P.
Next.
Name and age and why you ended up popping.
Chris, 27.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't do those.
All right, your name and age
So
and why you ended
he
up
would say
popping
he
your
don't do
balloon.
them
My
what,
name is
right?
John, I'm 31. And I popped my balloon because you came out a little aggressive. You feel me? I like femininity. I'm not saying you not feminine, but your demeanor, maybe it's the liquor. You feel me? But
No.
Nah.
and I think we from the same city, and I'm not trying to date no women from that. So
Yeah.
From Indianapolis?
from
Yeah.
Indiana,
Oh my
so
gosh, I love that. So first of all, what side of Indianapolis are you
from
from?
the east side,
What part?
Arlington.
You from Arlington, like
Yeah,
46?
46 in Arlington.
All right, shout out to the east side of Indianapolis.
Shout out.
If you from Indianapolis, you know why I'm like I am the way I am. I'm from the east side. I mean, aggressive is crazy. Femininity is crazy. I feel like my hair is done, my nails is
I'm
done.
not saying you're not feminine. I said, but you came out a little aggressive. And
Did
it
I
was like,
cuss?
you was on a defensive mode.
No, I think you guys all look handsome. I'm just very like this is my personality. I don't feel like I got to tone down for nobody, but I respect that you want somebody that maybe you can run over.
Not like that.
But you're very handsome. I love the slugs. I'm from Indianapolis. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I'm
you,
from the
too.
east side of Indianapolis. Actually, I'm from
Well, maybe
like-
we need to link on some friendship shit.
Friendship.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to be your friend. You embarrassed me on public YouTube with 1.5 million people.
Oh,
But
Jesus.
I think that if you go home and then you mention my name, I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised. Like, I can't talk, but anyways, you'll be pleasantly surprised. I think you'll actually hit me up after that.
All right, I
Well,
respect
you're
it.
very handsome. I love a chocolate man. Love your dreads.
Chocolate
You look
man,
good.
okay.
I like the Jordans. 10 out of 10.
Appreciate it.
And I believe our temperaments would clash. The personalities that we have. I'm not a big fan of drunkenness in public.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe you're actually beautiful.
Thank you.
What kind of favorite Glorilla? That to me, that's all.
Glorilla is crazy.
I think Glorilla is beautiful.
I'm dark skinned. I think more like Kelly Rowland, but I appreciate the compliment.
That's fine as well.
Gracias.
But
Okay.
Is he someone that's your type?
No, he's not my type.
Okay.
Why
You
not?
know.
So we get the point, right?
I just don't think.
We get the point, right? I think we do. So what I'm about to say about why I play this, because this is just how look, this is just my opinion. And hopefully no one gets super mad at it. But you know, we're a podcast. I gotta talk about these things, right? She seemed, in my opinion, some guy before the guy we just played, he said that, you know, you seem kind of hostile, you seem kind of aggressive. And I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think she was. Right? I understand that young man's feelings because, you know, we kind of get a little nervous when it comes down to women who come out the gate hot. Like, rah-rah. You know, if you come out the gate rah-rah in the round, I don't know if I'm going to be the one. Right? I told friends about this. I told friends about this kind of thing where you don't want to, let me tell you, and it's not just for ladies, it's for my men too. I get it. It's the personality thing. Because I know some ladies, it's just my personality. Dudes will say, it's just my personality. But you got to understand, you can't be super aggressive when trying to meet somebody. Because that turns people off. That kind of, it's a little scary. It makes people nervous. Right? I've met women, in this case, where they're a bit aggressive and the temperaments will clash, personalities will clash, because if everybody who knows me, I am the calm, collected, nice, bubbly, funny, goofy kind of guy. Right? And if you have it to where you meet somebody that might be a little too aggressive for you, then that aggressive person's going to run all over you because you are the nice, innocent, you don't like confrontation, you like everybody, you try to respect everybody, but then you come out the gate hot. And that's why some people in this generation, we are failing. Right? Because it is the aggressiveness. And I implore not just my women, but my men too, to stop being aggressive. Right? I feel like you can have a personality without being a little too hostile. Right? Because I'm gonna come out and say it. I don't like aggressive women. Right? I don't, because I am that goofy, corny, bubbly type of guy. That for my speed, if you a little too hot for me, then I don't think I can handle you. I may not be in your league. You might need somebody who's going to challenge you, who's going to give you that rah-rah back. And I don't know. I don't think I could be that guy, right? Because women, in this case, because men and women say it too, but in this case, in my case, women told me that, yeah, I don't think Kennedy's good because, you know, he's not going to argue back with me. Why would I do that? Right? Why would I argue back with you when, first of all, we could just sit down and have an intellectual conversation calmly and comfortably about an issue? Why would I argue back with you where tensions are high? Tensions get high. People get mad, right? I've seen that in couples where couples, when they start arguing, you hear them raw-rawing back and forth, and then she end up pushing him, and then he hits her. I've seen that before. So I pride, and this is another thing too, my future girlfriend, I ain't gonna never put my hands on my girl. I be damned if I'm gonna sit here and slap her upside her head. No. The only time I'm touching her, y'all know. But seriously, that's the only time. But I will not be so aggressive for my girl. All right? I'm never going to do that. I was taught not to do that. I'm never going to do that. I've seen so many horror stories about women getting pushed, shoved, kicked, spit on, punched by dudes. And I will never do that. God knows my heart. if I ever, and this is not gonna happen, if I do that, God gonna say, "No, what's up, Kennedy? What's up?" You know, I ain't gonna never do that. That's why I don't argue back. Right? I met girls in the past where, you know, we're sort of semi arguing, and then it's a tactic that I learned. Like, I'm like, well, I'm gonna talk right here, and I'm gonna be at this level, calm and collected, and we can have an intellectual conversation. We can talk about it later. You know, we can do our thing, and she's still yelling at this volume right here, and I'm like, well, I'm talking to you nice and calm, so you know, hey, at that point you can hear. And then she toned it down because she don't know what the I'm saying. She don't know what I'm saying because she's loud. She can only hear herself, and then she gonna come and say, "Hey, wait, what did you say?" Like, it is like, yeah, that trick work, right? You know, I'm not gonna match that because sometimes people, when you're arguing with your significant other, they want you to they want to race with you with the argument, right? And how loud you can get. I'm not gonna do that. Nope. So I don't know. It's very, very interesting. That's why I don't typically go for women who might be a little too aggressive for me. Again, they would tell you it's a personality thing. I'm going to say that you can have a personality and also respect people too, because it's a respect thing at that point. Right? And that's why I say earlier in the stream, I said about the gym post, my peace and my serenity, because that's the problem. That's the problem with modern time dating. Men, and I'm just speaking because I'm a man, so I'm speaking from a man point of view. I know we're probably going to talk about this again tomorrow, and we're going to have Evelyn on K.L.P in the morning. I'll probably get her take on it, right? But for my take, I choose my peace and my serenity because I can't handle all of these other things that come with a relationship right now, right? A potential argument, stress, going out on date, and for again in this modern era, the men is supposed to take care of the bill when we go out to eat and whatnot, and I'm okay with that. Right. I joke in the earlier segment about Tiffany coming to the gym and the lady staring at me. You know, that was a joke earlier in the stream, but I'm serious about that. I'm okay with just doing my own thing, working out, doing my craft, going to work, making some money, because I get asked this a lot. Hey, Kennedy, you're such a swanky guy. Why the hell you ain't got no girlfriend yet? Because I choose my peace and my serenity right now. I choose to be stress-free. Not saying that women are stressful. Some women, yeah, they can be stressful, right? But guys can be stressful too, right? So if I'm thinking from a woman's perspective as well, we're stressful too, right? So I'm just kind of on this different plane, right? And number one, that's why I'm still single. That's why because I do my own stunts. I do my own thing. And I enjoy it so much. I really enjoy it so much because I have no worries. Am I stressed about other things? Heck yeah. I'm stressed to this day about other stuff we won't dabble in the stream, but I'm stressed. Do I feel like my life is complete? No. Am I satisfied with my life? No. Because I was telling my friend Jacob about this yesterday. I feel like there's so much more that I need to be doing. And I'm okay now. I'm doing okay now, right? I'm not homeless, but I feel like I need to be doing more. And the fact that I feel this way, that's why I can't add a girlfriend in this equation. Right? It's almost like being emotionally unavailable at this current time. Right? Because there's just so much I have to work on. There's a lot I have to work on, right? I know I'm not the perfect man. You guys see it on the Instagram and stuff. I'm not perfect. There's a lot of things I got to work on. That's why I can't add a girlfriend to this, right? I can't. A lot of people ask me, hey, you know, you ever thought about having kids? No. Oh, you're young. You don't. Yes, I'm 28. I'm fully aware, right? I know. My peace and my serenity. I prefer that. I prefer to work out and to do my thing and to be stress free. This is how I feel. So the hint of that conversation is just, we have to understand in this modern dating, if you are lucky enough to have a boyfriend or girlfriend, cherish that, number one. And number two, when you meet somebody new, don't come off as aggressive, because that it's not pretty. You might be pretty in the face, but the attitude will make you ugly. I'll say it again. You might be pretty in the face, but if you have attitude, that's what makes you ugly. Right? You have to, and I'm not saying you got to be the sweet little angel and say yes sir to a man that you meet. No, that's not what I'm saying. You have to, some women, I'll say, you have to understand men don't like attitude. We don't like aggressiveness. Doesn't matter, and there's no race to it. You can be black, purple, white, green, orange, yellow. There's no race to it. That goes for any type of, and for men and women. If you identify as male, female, or they, them, you have to not come aggressive. Because we're in this day and age where people don't want to handle that. They can't handle that. They're not going to handle that. And that's why they chose their peace and serenity. Again, I may not be a doctor yet. I'm getting my doctor degree in 3 years. I may not know the ins and outs of this yet. But I got a good feeling that for that kind of advice to a lot of people out there who are looking to be in this relationship thing, I recommend that as well. As I get ready to wrap up the stream here today, we went an hour and 10 minutes. I saw my sister D'Amber. Shout out to you, Deem. She tuned in. She said woohoo, but she caught the very the tail end of the stream itself. But I got to say thank you guys for watching the stream as well. We're just gonna play some house music. Because we're streaming on LinkedIn. I don't want to play any of my the other type of music. But thank you guys for staying tuned for the stream. I love y'all. This has been the Wednesday Night Live. We went for an hour and 10 minutes. I am so proud of that. If you guys like the content that you're seeing on all of the audio platforms, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. We try to make these shows longer, as long as I can go, without talking people's head off. We hope that you guys enjoyed the live stream. And by the way, if you're watching this on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, the stream will be on demand as soon as we end the live. So you can rewatch what you might have missed. For all the people that joined in a little bit later, you're able to watch the stream on demand so you can get the full experience of what we talked about in tonight's stream. Stay tuned tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow, we're going to be uploading and streaming the latest new episode of K.L.P in the Morning. I'm going to have Evelyn here live in the studio. She's going to be physically here in the studio, and we're going to do another great podcast as well. And for all the people who love my films, first off, thank you. You guys can watch Eden Prime, codename Atlas, is available right now on Prime Video. I'm so proud of that project. That is the seventh movie that I have on Prime. So I thank you guys so much. To all of the people that go to the gym, thank y'all so much. Crunch Snellville, I love y'all so much. Crunch Snellville trainers and members, they need to understand how much I love them in that gym. That gym changed my whole life. I might do it a special episode because I was a fatty in 2014. Not like overweight. I was big. I was chunky. And to see that years later, I'm able to lose weight and to do my thing. Thank y'all, Crunch. So yeah, that's gonna be it here for the live stream. Thank y'all so much. We'll see you guys in the next live stream. Until then, I've been your host, K.L.P. Kennedy Lucas, logging out. Stay safe.